Can't touch this. Can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Today, we're discussing the best reversals that NetherRealm has ever made. A huge shout out to Aziz and Burrito Voorhees for helping me research this topic. But before going further, let's explain what a reversal is. A reversal happens when you input a special attack immediately after blocking, and this can be a great way to turn the tables against your opponent. It's a bit technical, but also a fantastic video topic. So before we go any further, make sure to subscribe if you're new and leave a like after watching if you enjoyed the video. And now please allow a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by my favorite addiction, Raid Shadow Legends. And unlike most addictions, it's completely free and you can collect beautiful champions like this. So in a way, it's kind of like Pokemon, only instead of collecting adorable animals, you have over 600 badass warriors to choose from. Use my links below to download Raid for yourself on PC or mobile. But now it's time to meet the newest boss for Raid Shadow Legends, and his name is the Hydra. The guy has 6 heads and each one is very unique. First up, we have the Head of Blight. It's all about poison. He can leech you, poison you, and protects itself with a poisonous cloud. Next up, we have the Head of Torment. This thing is terrifying and constantly applies true fear on your characters. And then we have the Head of Mischief, who loves to buff itself. It targets the champion with the most buffs and then steals them and spreads the stolen buffs to all of the other heads. But now let's talk about the Head of Wrath, who is super angry and does good damage. It weakens and provokes the team. And how about the Head of Decay? This guy loves tearing it down and building up its allies. It lowers your team's healing ability and lowers their HP as well, so healing isn't a good option against it. And then finally, there's the Head of Suffering, and it's the Hydra's main tank head. It brings a horrible new debuff to the table called Pain Link. And if that's not enough to whet your appetite already, Raid also got a huge update recently, including a brand new super limited edition champion that you get for free. And some of you may recognize him already. It's esports legend and Navi superstar Simple. Between now and January 28th, you get this character for free. All you have to do is log in for 7 days in a row and boom, he's yours. Just show up and that's it. You get a free character. However, there is a catch. If you miss that date, then he's gone forever. So download the game, play it for 7 days, and get yourself a free character who is very good. There's seriously never been a better time to join Raid Shadow Legends. If you use my link down below or scan the QR code on screen, you'll get a starter pack worth almost $30 for free. You just get to have it. We're talking a free champion named Rector Drath, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard to summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in the game. All of this treasure will be waiting for you here. Once again, Raid is an honest addiction of mine, so I recommend downloading it for free and trying it for yourself today. So today we're starting off with a big one, Starfire's Tamarian Charge, as this move is only possible due to how NetherRealm games are made. You see, in most fighting games, there's a hitbox and a hurtbox that are individually made by the creators for every single attack. However, NetherRealm games are a lot more literal. It tends to be the character's actual polygons that have the hitbox and the hurtbox. So if my polygons intersect your polygons, then I get a hit. However, if my polygons miss your polygons, then my attack will miss as well. It's as simple as that. And that tends to be okay for the most part. It saves a lot of time and development, I imagine, but there are certain moves with very weird animations like Tamarian Charge that make Starfire very, very difficult to hit. Look at this crazy backflip nonsense. Just look at how quickly Starfire flies straight up and then back and then finally attacks the opponent. It's a very fast retreat and her polygons are very, very tough to hit. And as a result, Starfire can escape situations that no other character can because you're not meant to be able to escape them, but she can due to her wacky animation. So right here we have a very great example. Green Lantern has this special move where he detonates his lantern and it's very plus on block. I think it's +6 or something crazy like that. And as a result, if I press any attacks at all, I'm gonna get hit. Look at this. You can't even see my buttons come out and I am mashing. You can't see down one, you can't see standing one. None of them are gonna come out before he can hit me. He's that plus on block. However, now let's do Tamarian Charge and see how things work out for me. Look at that. I got out of jail scot-free. I can pass go and collect $200. How ridiculous is this special move? Once again, Starfire's goofy animation allows her to escape most attacks on block. It doesn't even matter if the opponent is +6 or anything crazy like that. She can just escape. And then to add insult to injury, she can meter burn this thing on hit to get even more damage. In fact, she can meter burn and then go into trait if she wants to for even more damage. Or she can even do you one better by meter burning the move, trait canceling, and then meter burning the trait. It's a lot of meter, but look at that, 300 damage for a reversal that's pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, this special move is nuts, but it gets even better. Because believe it or not, this move is safe on block if you meter burn it at only -2. So not only is it a get out of jail free card, but even if the opponent blocks it, you can just meter burn and keep yourself safe. In fact, you can even delay the meter burn to catch the opponent pressing buttons too soon. So not only is it amazing for escaping block pressure, but you can wait to see if it's blocked and then spin the bar just in case. This move is so good that the only reliable way to beat it is to anticipate it and then do an armored attack instead of continuing your pressure. That way Starfire flies right into you and then gets launched for a full combo. That's the best way to deal with this move because it escapes everything and is also safe on block, so you can't just block it. You want to try and counter it with an armored move, but even that costs meter, so yeah, this move is super annoying to deal with. And that's why to many players it's the best reversal in Injustice 2. And next up, let's talk about Sonya in Mortal Kombat 11 because she has the best reversal in my opinion, and that's because her parry is the fastest move in the game. It starts up in just 7 frames, and in NetherRealm games, special moves start up on frame 1 after blocking a move, which means it's just as fast as a 6 frame 1 or a 6 frame down 1. It's the exact same speed despite being 7 frames on block. And as a result, Sonya Blade can parry strings that no other characters can. So for example, Scorpion's infamous forward 3-4. This move has a flawless block gap, but that's it. Nobody else can parry the gap in between. If you're playing Liu Kang and you go for a parry, you're gonna get hit. If you play Johnny Cage and go for a parry, you're gonna get hit. But you play Sonya Blade and go for a parry, and it works just fine because hers is 1 frame faster. And as a result, Sonya Blade never has to spend any bar on an up 2 or an up 3 reversal after a flawless block. She can just go for the Katy parry and get her damage then and there. And then on top of that, this move has a very satisfying crushing blow that does decent damage, and you can still meter burn after landing it. Look at Scorpion's health bar on screen. That's the same damage you would get for a basic combo. But I bet some of you are wondering, what if Scorpion does this string, right? The 4-3-2. It's super annoying, very hard to block online. Can she parry that too? Yes, she absolutely can. And once again, she's the only character in the game who can parry this on block. And then as mentioned earlier, if she meets the criteria, she can get the crushing blow, and then for insult to injury, spin the bar if she has it. Look at that, 26%. As you can see, Sonya's parry is in a league of its own, and she also has a low parry that comes with the same ability, so it's a 2-for-1. One ability slot, but you get 2 different special moves, and yes, it's also 7 frames on block. So once again, she can parry strings that no one else can, and low parries are extremely rare in this game, so keep that in mind as well. Now, if you're wondering which strings Sonya can and can't parry, typically if there's a flawless block gap, then she can squeeze out her parry. It's not 100% the case, but more often than not, it's a good way of measuring if she can interrupt the string or not. So feel free to go into training mode and see which moves she can parry. This ability is honestly a ton of fun and super satisfying to land online. However, unfortunately, you don't see it very much online because Sonya's other abilities are really good. And of course, we gotta talk about Raiden's Quick Charge. This move is also in a league of its own because it starts up in 6 frames, believe it or not, so 1 frame faster than Sonya's parry, which means this move can punish attacks that no other special move can on block. It's literally the fastest reversal in the game. However, with that said, there is a bit of a catch. You have to block 3 different moves before you gain access to this reversal. And that's why this Nightwolf string is perfect. Not only does it hit 3 times, but it's also -6 on block, which means even if your character has a 6 frame down 1, you can't punish this thing because normals don't come out fast enough on block. However, now it's time to behold Raiden's Quick Charge. Check this out. I'm telling Nightwolf to block, and it doesn't matter. My punish is 6 frames, and it's a special move, so it comes out on frame 1. Anything -6 or slower is doomed to get punished by this move. Now, of course, the regular version isn't that scary, right? It's a tiny little blast that does some damage, and it's okay on hit. It's good in the corner, especially for frame advantage, but it's not that intimidating by itself. However, that's where the meter burn version comes in. It looks way flashier, does more damage, and has a knockdown as well. And in the corner, that can be really good for Raiden because this guy has legit 50-50s, one of which leads to a crushing blow. And if all that wasn't crazy enough, believe it or not, this move used to be even faster. It was 5 frames on startup, which meant it could punish things that the game developers never even intended to be punishable. I think it was a glitch or just something they overlooked, and as a result they nerfed it, and now it's 6 frames instead. And I know for a fact that a lot of you watching don't actually play these games, so just in case you never played Mortal Kombat 11 or haven't played Raiden in particular, Quick Charge also gave him buffs to a lot of his moves. So for example, look at his Electric Current. By default, it's just a far-reaching low attack and not much else. You can meter burn it, but it's just a bit more damage. However, once I do Quick Charge, now that meter burn becomes a launcher for a full combo. And then on top of that, it also turns this move into a full screen projectile. Just check that out. And the projectile hits low, and it looks awesome too. So so Quick Charge is way more than just a reversal, because it even makes Electric Burst better as well. Look at the opponent's animation on block and look at the pushback. It's not very much, and as a result this move is -10 and fully punishable by default. But now let me do Quick Charge and check out the pushback and the animation. They're way further away and they're staggered. Yeah, it's much better. And that's a big deal for Raiden because he has moves like this where he flies in and covers a lot of space, so combine that with Electric Burst and you have a low risk, high reward combination to just get in and do damage to the opponent. So as you can see, Quick Charge is amazing, and not only is it the fastest reversal at 6 frames, but it also buffs a lot of Raiden's special moves. So yeah, this move is absolutely godlike. And I know a lot of you watching are expecting me to talk about Liu Kang's parry because it is also a very great reversal, but the thing is I've covered it in other videos, so check out that video on screen if you want to see me discuss that move in particular, because I honestly don't feel like reiterating the whole thing here, but it genuinely is a very good move. And now for Mortal Kombat X we have Reptile's Slippery Slide, because a lot of fans of Reptile in past videos have gotten mad that I don't discuss this move, and that's understandable because it's literally the fastest move in the game. It starts up in 6 frames, which is already remarkable because keep in mind in this game a standing 1 or a crouching 1 aren't always fast depending on your character. Like for Reptile, his standing 1 is 9 frames and his down 1 is 10 frames, so not super fast, but this moves 6 frames instant. And on top of that, just like other NetherRealm games, special moves come out instantly on block as early as possible, which means this move is even faster than 6 frame normal. So for example, Ferritor in his Lackey variation has a 6 frame down 1, but that move is actually slower on block than Slippery Slide because it's a special move. So despite this move's wacky name, it's actually a really good reversal because it's also armored as well, which means it can absorb a hit on the way in. So yeah, this move is really good and a fantastic reversal. And next up we have to talk about Tor Charge because this move is absolutely busted. For starters, it can destroy projectiles all by itself on startup. It's completely immune. Notice that, it didn't actually armor. It's completely immune to the fireball. It destroys it completely for whatever reason. I'm told there are actually other moves in the game that do this, but they are super rare, and if you ask me, I still think it's a bug because I don't see why NetherRealm would give everybody else armored attacks, but then a select few characters just avoid projectiles entirely. It's just really inconsistent, so I think it's a bug. But yeah, as it stands, this move destroys projectiles on startup. It's completely immune, and then on top of that, it's armored by default. You don't even have to spin the bar. You always get 1 hit of armor guaranteed. However, I'm not sure how to show that. Maybe I can just have Liu Kang do a flying dragon kick or something. Yeah, look at that. So you get 1 hit of armor for free. How nuts is that? No bar required, you get armor regardless. However, here comes the craziest part, and if you've watched my Ferritor video, then you already know about this, but the enhanced version of Tor Charge has 6 hits of armor or something crazy like that. Way more than 4, we know that at least, which is absolutely absurd because most characters only have 1 hit of armor, some of them have 2, and then a very select few have 3, but then there's Ferritor in a league of his own with 6 hits of armor or something crazy like that, and I have no idea why, but I love it because this character is a personal favorite of mine. And also I want to mention Tremor because he has a run cancel special move that is amazing as a wake up, but it's also amazing on block as well, so check out the video on screen if you want to see me cover that move more in depth. And there you have it everyone, the best reversals that NetherRealm has ever made, but if you know of any more, please let me know in the comment section below and maybe we'll get a part 2. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, it really does help my channel out a ton. And then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell, that way you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.